Good morning, dear students. Today we discuss control charts. In that, first we discuss today X bar chart and R chart, that is range chart. So in X bar chart and R chart, already we discussed the formulas for control limits. We have three control limits. First one is the central line and upper control limit, then lower control limits. First, let us take a simple problem on this. A drilling machine is set to dig holes with a mean diameter of 15 millimeters, 15 mm. So that means here a machine is set to dig 15 mm. Set 15 mm holes. That means whatever number of holes it digs, the width will be, the diameter will be 15 mm here. That means average, if you take, average is 15 mm. That is the standard is given here. So we assume it as a standard is given. So standard is denoted by here what? X bar dash is equal to 15 mm. Then a standard deviation of 0.2 mm is standard deviation, that is sigma. Sigma dash is equal to 0.2 mm. Okay, so next we give find control limits for the mean and range for a given sample size of 5. So sample size n is 5. So now first let us discuss the control limits for X bar chart. So X bar chart, first central line formula is mean itself, that is X bar dash, that is equal to 15 mm. 15. Then upper control limit is equal to X bar dash plus A sigma dash. So X bar dash is 15 plus A value for when n is 5. So this value will find, we should find it from the table. So when this A value will differ from sample size 4, 5, 6, whatever, based on the sample size, the value of A will vary here. So for sample 5, A value is 1.342. That is A value is equal to 1.342. So fill that 1.342 into sigma dash is 0.2. So 15 plus 1.0342. So finally we get here 0.2684. 0.2684. So upper control limit line is 15.2684. Then lower control limit LCL is equal to X bar dash minus A sigma dash. A sigma dash. So X bar is 15 minus A2 is 1.342 into 0.2. So that is 15 minus 0.2684. So lower control limit is 15.2684. That is, we get 14.7316. 14.7316. So for X bar chart, if we want to draw, then the upper control limit is 15.2684, lower control limit is 14.7316, and center line is 15 mm. So how to draw a chart for this? With help of these values here. Okay, so here sample size, whatever number of samples we have taken, that we plot here along the x-axis, and these control limits we take here. Okay, if central line is 15, we plot here, then upper control limit 15.268. So 15.268 and lower control limit is 14.73. If you take want to increase the size, so we take here 14.5, 15, 15.5, then we plot them here. So little wider space we get, and then whatever number of sample we studied, we put those values, we plot them in the graph sheet here. If any value lies outside the upper limit and lower control limit, then we say that product is not of good quality, it is not acceptable. If all the values lies within these two limits, then it is acceptable. So next is range chart, R chart. So R chart, so central line is equal to D2 sigma dash. When standard is given, D2 sigma dash is a central line, and D2 value is a table value which varies from based on the sample size here. Okay, so here sample size is 5, and for 5 D2 value is 2.326, 0.2, and central line we get 0.4652. Then upper control limit formula is D2 sigma dash, capital D2 sigma dash. So again here this D2 value varies from based on the sample size here. So for sample size 5, D2 value is 4.918. 4.918 into sigma dash 0.2. So upper control limit is 4.918 into 0.2, that is 0.9836. 0.9836. Then lower control limit is D1 sigma dash. So D1 value here for up to certain sample size, D1 value is 0. So for sample 4 and 5, D1 value is 0 here. So lower control limit is 0 into 0.2, that is 0. So lower control limit for R chart is 0, and upper control limit is 0.9836, and the central line is 0.326. So as same as so lower control limit is x-axis itself, so control central line and upper control limit, and we plot all the values in the graph here. If any value lies outside the upper control limit and lower control limit, then we say that product is not of good quality, reject it. So this is about X bar chart and R chart when standards are given. Now let us see certain problem where standards are not given. So here a problem where standards are not given. The measurement of 20 subgroups of size 4 samples each gave the following results. X double bar is equal to 3.33. So here X double bar is equal to 3.33. Then next what he has given here, R bar is equal to 8.2. R bar is equal to 8.2. And write down the control limits for X bar and R chart. So X double bar, what is X double bar here? How X double bar is calculated? That we learn by solving one problem in our next class. But now, what is X double bar? So here, when we are manufacturing, manufacturing company may manufacture for whole day in different shifts. Okay, after certain time, after certain interval, it will take few samples from the production lot, and it will check the quality and it will note it down. Then after a certain time again it go back, maybe for we consider after 1 hour. After every hour, quality control manager will go to the production house. He take few samples. For example, in each sample for 1 hour, suppose the machine is producing 100 units. So out of 100 units, randomly he will select 10 units, suppose. So such every hour he will collect. Every hour 10 samples. So then he measure them, he note the measurements. Then average of those all. For example, first hour he selected 10 samples, he measured them, then he calculated the average for that and he will note it down. Such throughout the day, 8 hours, 8 samples, then average of all 8 are samples, then average of those all averages. That is what? X double bar. Average of averages. Then what is R here? Range. So range is again the deviation between upper and lower value. If you take for example milk factory, milk manufacturing factory is filling 500 ml milk in a pouch. Then it noted down how many ml each packet has now. Suppose he has taken 5 samples, so 500 ml, 502 ml, 498 ml, 495 ml, 505 ml. So first sample. Second sample, 502 ml, 505 ml, 495 ml, 495 ml, 510 ml. So this is the second batch. So average of all these, then average of all these, such different samples, then average is taken from all the averages, that is X double bar. Range, so range here in this first lot, highest value is 505 ml and least is 495 ml. Then the range is 10. Then here in this lot, so lowest is 502 ml and highest is 510 ml. So range is 8. So such all ranges is calculated and then average is calculated for those all ranges. That is what? R bar. So such values are given here. So these values are based on the samples and they are not standards. So standards is not given here. Then what is the control limits formula for calculating X bar chart and R chart? So first X bar chart. So X bar chart central line is X double bar itself. X double bar. So X double bar is 33.33. So central line is 33.33. Then upper control limit. Upper control limit is X double bar plus A2 R bar. X double bar plus A2 R bar. A2. A2 is again a table value which depends on the sample size. So in the example, in the problem, how many samples he has taken? 4 samples in each. 4 samples in each he has taken. So for sample size 4, A2 value is 0.729. So 0.729 into R bar is 8.2 plus 33.33. So 33.33 plus 0.729 into 8.2. So we get here total finally 39.2778. That is upper control limit, and lower control limit X double bar minus A2 R bar. So X double bar is 33.3. So here 33.3, then minus A2 is 0.729 into 8.2. So finally we get lower control limit 27.3222. So this is upper control limit and lower control limit for X bar chart when standards are not given. Next for R chart. So R chart, central line. So central line here for R chart when standards are not given, that is nothing but the average of ranges. That is R bar itself. R bar is 8.2. So central line for R bar chart is 8.2. Then upper control limit. Upper control limit is D4 into R bar. D4 R bar. So again D4 is a table value. For sample size 4, D4 value is 2.282. 2.282 into 8.2. So upper control limit is 2.282 into 8.2 is 17.343. 17.343. Then lower control limit is D3 R bar. As D1 is 0 for certain sample size, so D3 is also 0 for certain sample size. And here for sample size 4 and 5, D3 value is 0. So here 0 into 8.2. So lower control limit for R chart is 0. So central limit 8.2, upper control limit 17.343, and lower control limit is 0 for R chart. And then we plot the same values in the graph, and then we decide whether the sample is acceptable or not, whether the quality of the product is good or not. So here we have a problem where table is given. So actually we plot the all values in a graph by calculating upper control limit, lower control limits. Then we say here whether those product is of good quality or they are under control or not under control. So here I read the problem. If the standards are known to be, that means here standards are given. Standards are known to be X bar dash is equal to 20. X bar dash is 20. Then standard deviation sigma dash is 6 and the sample size is 5. And here standards are given means A value we should find for sample 5. So here total 6 samples are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are there. So you might get confusion here. So 6 are there, then you are writing n here. So here this is called as, this is counted as a value of k. K is equal to 6. So each one of them. First sample means in the first sample we have taken 5 product, we measured, then we calculated a mean. X bar is given here. So this X bar value is going to be plotted in the graph. Then in the second sample, for in each sample, 5 samples are taken here. Each time 5 samples are taken, they are measured and the values are taken here. And X bar is given. So such 6 samples, sample numbers, totally 6 times you have taken 5 samples each and we have tested them. So how many samples? 6 times 6 number of samples. In each sample, total 5 number of a product we have taken and measured. So n is 5, k value is 6 now. Okay. Then upper control limit and central line first. Central line is equal to X bar dash itself, that is 20. Then upper control limit UCL is equal to X bar dash plus A sigma dash. So A value for sample size 5 is 1.342. 1.342 into sigma is 6 plus X bar is 20. So 20 plus 1.342 into 6. Finally we get value here 28.2. that is 8.5. So upper control limit is 28.5. Then lower control limit is equal to x bar dash minus a sigma dash. So x bar is 20 minus a is 1.342 into 6. So 20 minus 8.5. So 20 minus 8.5 is 11 point. I think we get 0.5 here. 20 plus 8.05, that is 28.05. So 80.05. So that is 11.95 we get. 11.95. So upper control limit, central line is 20. Upper control limit is 28.05 and lower control limit is 11.95. Now plot a graph. Draw. So here, how many samples are there? Number of samples 6. 6 number of samples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. X-axis 0, y-axis. Along the y-axis, we plot upper control limit and lower control limit. And upper control limit is 28.5 and lower control limit is 11.5. So let us take here 10, 20, 30. It will be easy. So let me take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So y-axis. So here first lower control limit. Lower control limit is 11.5. So 10 is here. So little above it. Lower control limit, that is 11.95. Then central line 20. Then upper control limits 28. 28.05. Below 30. Upper control limit 28.05. Now plot all the values given in the table here in the graph. So first value, for first sample, the value is 19. So 19 means it's just below central line. 19. Then second sample, the x bar value is 24. 24 for second sample. Then for third sample, x bar value is 22. 22. Then fourth, 16. Fourth observation, the value is 16. And fifth value is 18. And sixth value is 15. Okay. Join all the points. So after plotting all the values in the graph, how to give conclusion here, how to study that? Okay, so here how to analyze. If any value is lying above or below upper and lower control limit. So if any value is less than 11.95, if it lies in this area, or any value is above 28.05 and if it lies in this area, then we say the product is not under control. That means product is defective. Don't send it to the market, it tells. Apart from that, what else we should see here, how to interpret? If all the values are there within the control limits also, but again we should see certain other things. That is first, 7 or more subsequent points lie on one side of the central line. So here there is no chance for that in this because our sample number is 6 only. So if more than 6, maybe up to 10, 12, 15, 20 samples we have taken and we plotted that in the graph here. If continuously, here see here, 2 values are lying continuously in the upper, in between center line and upper control limit, and here 1, 2, 3 points are lying in between center line and lower control limit. If like that, continuously 7 values lies in either in this area or in this area, in one side, then we say the product or process is not under control. Check for it. And the second, next, upward or downward trend. See here, it is zigzag, fluctuating, increasing and decreasing. If any values, they are continuously either increasing or decreasing, again we say the process is not under control. Go for checking. Then last, presence of cyclical variation. Cyclical variation. If you get line like this, every time up and downs, up and downs, up and downs. So then also check for the quality. So there is some problem in the machine, it tells. Okay, this is how we interpret here. So for this problem, the conclusion is, since all the values, all the sample means lies in the control limits, therefore average production process is within the control. The average production process is within the control. So this comment we have to write at the end. So after studying and observing the chart here, you should write comment. So here, since all the points are within the control limits and there is no continuous 7 points in one area, or no upward or downward bias, no cyclical variation. So here the process, average process of the production is under control. Here we have one more problem on X bar chart and R chart. Here 10 different samples are collected 10 times with average value, that is sample in each, that is 4 samples are taken in each sample, and such 10 samples are collected and their values are given here, mean of samples and range of samples. So there is no standard here, standard is not given. So standard is not given means we need to calculate X double bar, R bar. Okay. So first, so one should we think we should know here that sample size and number of samples. So sample size is n is 4 and sample number, total 10 times you have taken the samples, so sample number is 10, that is n is equal to 4. That is sample size. In each samples, 4 samples are taken and measured. K is such 10 samples are taken. So K is equal to 10. So that is sample number and this is sample size. Okay. So first we need to calculate what here? X double bar. Why X double bar? Because X bar values are given here. So X double bar is equal to summation of X bar divided by K. Okay. So summation of X bar is, the summation of X bar comes to 300. So 300 divided by 10 is equal to 30. Then second thing we need to find here is R bar. So R bar is equal to summation of R divided by K. That is the summation of R bar is 200. So 200 total of R values. So 200 divided by 10 is equal to 20. So first we need to find what here? Central limit. Central limit is X double bar itself, that is 30. And upper control limit is equal to X double bar plus A to R bar. So X double bar is 30 plus A2 value. So A2 value is a table value which is taken from the table and it varies based on the sample size here. Sample size is 4. For sample size 4, A2 value from the table is 0.729. 0.729 into range R bar is 30. So finally we get here 30 plus 14.58. 30 plus 14.58. So 44.58 is upper control limit for X bar chart. And then lower control limit is equal to X double bar minus A2 R bar. So X double bar is 30 minus 0.729 into 20. So 30 into 14.58. So lower control limit is 30 minus 14.58 is 15.42. 15.42. So upper control limit 44.58. Lower control limit is 15.42 and central line is 30. So we need to plot them in a graph. First we solve here X bar chart. Then we go for R bar later. So X bar chart, total 10 samples are there. And here highest upper value is 44.58 and the lowest limit is 15. So we take here 10, 20, 30, 5. So here first central line is 30. So for 30 central line is equal to 30. Then upper control limit 44.58. 44.58, that is just below 45. For upper control limit is 44.58. And before drawing the graph here, first we have to see the highest value in the graph also here. So here it is 45. So 45, I will make here up to 50. Okay. So here heading is X bar chart. X bar chart. Then lower control limit is 15.42. 15.42, just above 15. Lower control limit 15.42. Now plot all the values in the graph here. So first value for first sample X bar is 20. So X bar is 20. Second sample it is 34. Second sample 34. Third sample 45. Just above the upper control limit line. Then next fourth sample 39. Fifth sample 23. Sixth sample 37. Seventh sample 34. Eighth sample 13. Ninth sample 29. 10th sample 26. Now here two values are lying outside. Join all of them. So here one value and here another. Two values are lying outside the upper control and lower control limits. Since therefore the process of production is not under control. Here the conclusion is what? The average production process is not under control. For the same problem, let us calculate R chart. So how and what it tells. R chart here. R bar already we calculated. We need to calculate upper control limit, lower control limit and center line. So here central limit is equal to R bar itself, that is 20. Then upper control limit is equal to D4 R bar. So D4 value, it's a table value. It varies from based on the sample size. So sample size is 4. So 4 sample size, D4 value is 4.698. So 4.698 into 20. So we get upper control limit is equal to 93.96, and the lower control limit D3 R bar. So here D3 value already we know. For sample size 4 and 5, D3 value is 0. So 0 into 20. So lower control limit is 0 for R bar chart. So now R chart, okay. So here upper control limit is 93.96. So 93.96 upper control limit 93.96. Then central line is 20 and the lower control limit is 0 itself. Okay. Then now first range we have to plot in the graph here. So first range is 21. First range 21, second range 17, third range 20, fourth range 5, fifth range 15, sixth range 39, seventh range 23, eighth range 11, ninth range 39, and 10th range is 10. So all are lying within the control limits. Then we have to check for other things here. Since all points are lying within the control limits here, so that means process is under control. But apart from that, we have to see a few more points. That is whether continuously 7 or more than 7 points are lying in either side here. No. All are here scattered all the side. So and no upward trend or no downward trend. And here again no cyclical variation. It is fluctuating in various degree. So based on this, here we can say the process production process based on R chart is under control. So here today we learned X bar chart, R chart, when standards are given and when standards are not given. In our next class, we study our next graph control charts, that is NP chart and C charts.